Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time here, I want to thank you for tuning in. My name is Kamisha Young. I am just an individual that has a purpose and a passion of helping you maximize your life and live in your fullest potential so that you can walk in clarity, confidence, and excellence on your journey. Now, I want to get into this video. I have been really looking forward to making. So it's about 7 ways of becoming a quality content creator this year. Okay. So first of all, let's just be clear of what I'm here to. I actually have had my channel for a couple years now, but I'm being consistent this year. But I'm here as a content creator who has been passionate about creating content even before the influencer was a thing. This is something I've been into since I've been a young child. I used to have cameras when I was little, always enjoyed taking pictures, always enjoyed like documenting memories as I got older. You know, as technology advanced, I've always had like technology. I've always liked doing that. So for me, this video is more so giving you tips on how to become a quality content creator. Okay. Now, if you're one that's on here trying to figure out the way to get the most followers, to try to get the most money, to try to, just like grow your page the fastest, this is not going to be the video for you. Okay. I'm a big person that believes in quality over quantity. And so for me, the purpose that I create content is not necessarily for a follow count. And I'm just being quite honest with you on that. I post content and I create content out of passion and purpose. It is my purpose to share things that help people to elevate in their life and to grow and become the best versions of themselves. And that across the board is what I do for everything I do, including my job, including mentorship, including my business. It all ties the same. I'm going to give you 7 ways to become a quality content creator, a person who others look at and actually desire to follow or support your content. Now, I have different follow counts across different platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. The follow count's different. So like I said, that's not my main goal. If it were my goal to just grow a page, I know how to grow a page. I know how to capture an audience. I know how to make money online if that was my sole purpose. But that's why we're going to get into this video so that you can have a sole purpose to why you create your content and it can be a lasting result for you. Let me just start by saying money is not the primary motive and it should not be the primary motive to why you want to start creating content. Now, hear me out. I know in today's age where we're living in, you can make viable great amount of money by just picking up your phone, pressing record and creating content. I am in no way shaming that. I'm in no way saying that's bad. I'm in no way saying that that's not something that you shouldn't be doing. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is content creation should not be surrounded by money. Okay. Like there has to be a bigger purpose for you creating content besides just making money, because if money is the only motive, that will get old really fast. And I do believe anything you do with the sole purpose of money, you'll do anything to obtain it and keep it. And you don't want to be out here just creating anything, doing anything, losing your sanity, losing your peace, losing your soul just to be making money on social media. So that's why I said money should not be the first motive. Anyway, that's what I meant by money should not be the primary motive. It can be a reason, but it should not be your primary motive. Okay. So let's start with this. Know who you are as a person and show up confidently. As a content creator, you have to know your identity. You have to know your personality. You have to know your likes and your dislikes. If you really don't know who you are as a person in this content world, it will make you somebody you don't want to be. You will try to become like the next influencer. You'll try to become like that next channel. You'll try to do all these trends because other people are doing them. And by all means, like if doing something aligns with who you are and you want to hop on it and it interests you, then go for it. But like certain things just shouldn't be for you, because if you know who you are, you should always want to be remaining true to that. And you don't want to do anything outside of that just to gain followers, likes, and traction. For me, there's certain trends that I just won't hop on. There's certain content that I just won't be speaking on because it does not align with me and my personal values. It doesn't align with my taste. It doesn't align with my personality. And that is okay. Now, some of this said content that I wouldn't be posting or doing, I enjoy watching some of it, some comedic content, some things that are really funny, some things that are really trendy. I'm not saying I don't like it or I wouldn't partake in it. I'm just not creating that type of content because that's not aligning with me. So know who you are so that you don't begin to be a chameleon. I've seen so many people in the content creation world. They'll start off like making a podcast, doing a vlog. They'll start off creating content because they're really trying to copy or duplicate or imitate somebody else's lifestyle, somebody else's presentation, somebody else's personality. And I'm here to tell you this, only what you do that's authentic is going to last. We can see behind the fluff. So you want to really be authentic. I know for myself, one thing that I have been told by different people who support my content and see me online, they say, you are the same person offline as you are online. And that's something that I hold dear to myself. I don't create content online just to have a certain personality or a certain demeanor in front of the camera. And then when I turn the camera off, I'm a completely different person. And I've seen people do that before where online they come across so nice, they come across so outgoing, they're so polite, they're so this and that. And then like in their regular life, they don't even talk to people. They don't really like people. They're not a kind person. You know, it's just really fake. It's a whole persona. And so you just want to really know who you are and be authentic and true to that, because I will tell you this, people who know you for real, they can see past that online stuff, and you don't want to be known as a fake and a phony. Another tip to becoming a quality content creator is know your purpose for creating content. Know what your end goal is. What do you desire to come out of you creating content? Do you desire to educate people? Do you desire to entertain people and make them laugh? Do you desire to inspire people and make them motivated to change their life? Are you inspired to teach people how to cook? Are you inspired to share the gospel of Christ? Are you inspired to share world news, information, right? Know what your purpose is. When you pull up that camera and you turn it on, know what you're trying to get across to your audience. And it might be different topics that you're talking about at said times, but it all should align with like your end goal. So I know for me, like my purpose to creating online content has always been to encourage, equip, and inspire people to live their best life. And I do this in different ways, whether I'm sharing workout content, whether I'm sharing a day in the life of my personal life, whether I'm sharing Christian content or scripture-based things, whether I'm doing a video like this where I am strictly talking to equip, empower, and inform somebody on ways to maximize their life. My purpose does not change. Although my methods or my different settings of content might be different, but in still, I want to equip, inspire, and motivate change. This year, I'm focusing a lot on creating authentic community, and I'm focusing a lot on equipping. So like that is my main goals for creating content, is I'm always going to be sharing something that's going to help your life elevate, and I'm always going to be inviting you to join the community that I'm a part of, because I believe that where people are like-minded, that is where more strength and unity occurs. Another tip for becoming a quality content creator is knowing who you're trying to reach, knowing who you are speaking to, knowing the type of person that you are getting across to. For me, I will say I know the type of person that I am talking to when I make these videos. I talk to people who have a desire to learn. I talk to people who want to achieve better in their life. I talk to people who are seeking motivation and inspiration and encouragement. I'm talking to people who are also leaders, and they also are other encouragers. A lot of times those individuals don't have anyone that they can like get reciprocity from. Me also experiencing that type of person as well. I create content for the individuals that are looking for that as well. I talk to people that are inspired, motivated, and high-level thinkers. I talk to people who are open-minded. I talk to people who are seeking growth. The type of person that you don't really like talking about growth. You don't want to hear anything about becoming better. This content might be boring to you, or it may be intimidating to you, or it may just not be your interest. But it's okay, because I want people to join this community who align with me and who definitely are seeking what I have to offer. The next tip I have in becoming a quality content creator is be yourself. I mentioned it before, but I'm getting in there again. Be yourself, be real, be authentic. When you get on the camera, whether you're using a mic, whether you're talking, whether you're at the gym, whether you're cooking in the kitchen, Be yourself, be authentic, be real. People love genuine, authentic people, right? If you are not a girly girl, don't show up on camera trying to be a girly girl, trying to talk a certain way, trying to have nails, and you know you don't like wearing nails, you don't like wearing makeup, you don't like doing these things, but you're trying to do it to appeal to a certain type of audience. Guys, people know who you really are at heart. It is better just to show up as your authentic self and be accepted as that than to go through all this work over time trying to be someone that you're not. Again, I have to say this. I have seen plenty of people online try to portray themselves in a certain light. For example, if you're a girl that's like, you love budget finds, you love thrifting, you love finding the best deal, you love things that, are less expensive. Don't show up online like you're a luxury girl. Don't show up online saying, oh, I like luxury and I like high-end fragrances and I love this. If you really don't, it's okay if you don't. It doesn't make anyone any better than you or you worse than anybody else. But the whole thing is, don't come online trying to say you're into something that you're really not into. If you know that you're not a gym girly, it's okay. It's okay if you're not a gym girly. It's okay if you really don't get up and you don't get motivated by working out right now. It's okay if you're new to the workout world. It's okay if you're inconsistent. But don't show up online trying to act like you're so consistent with working out and you're like this gym guru and, you're all into things that you're not into. We can tell, we can see it. It'll be obvious because what you really love is something that you're going to be consistent at, and it's something that's going to come natural to you. So once again, I say this with love. Be yourself and the right people will find you in your content. The next tip is stewarding well. Steward your content well. Steward your brand well. You know that creating content is a personal brand. So when you show up, whether it be on any platform, you have created a personal brand and you want to be able to steward that well. That means being consistent. That means being honest. That means being transparent to a degree with people. I'm not telling you to tell people your life story every time you get online. I'm not telling you to tell people your personal private business. What I'm saying is if you're on social media and you say that you're going to post content every week and a week goes by or 2 weeks go by and you haven't posted any content, it would be a good thing to tell your community and your supporters where you have been, why you may not have created content. You don't have to go to a long song and a dance and a long story. You can just say, hey guys, I know it's been a couple weeks since you've seen me. I've had a lot going on with life right now, but I'm glad to be back to you guys. Let's just get it going. But don't just come back after like bouts of being gone, not telling anybody what happened, and then you just want to act like you've been so consistent. Like, that's not being genuine. That's not being authentic. You tell us to subscribe to your channel. You tell us to follow you for a reason. So if you've gone too long, then you should tell me why. Just understand that people that are following you and supporting you or subscribing to your pages, they are a part of your community. So it would be good to have some sort of communication with those people. Another thing I want you to be aware of, be aware of the cost. It costs something to be a quality content creator. It costs you time. It costs you your talent. It costs you your energy. It costs you effort. There'll be times that you have to let some things go in order to create content. And I'm not saying if you're not a full-time content creator that you may have to do that. But like with me, I work a full-time job and I create content and I'm a wife and I serve and my beliefs are a big part of my life. So I attend church regularly. So being a content creator requires me to have to carve out time to be consistent on content. For example, this year I said I will post a YouTube video every single week this year. No excuses. And if I don't post a video in a week, I have to post 2 the next week. That is how I'm choosing to keep myself accountable this year. So therefore, it's going to cost me something. Also, when you get to a certain point in your content creation journey, it's going to cost you likability. Hear me out. When you first start out, everyone loves you. Your page is small. People are getting to know you. People don't really know you. You're small. I've always seen this happen to big content creators. When big content creators first start out, Their family watches them, their friends watch them, people are being added to their channel. When they start getting to a certain point, they start to gain what's called trolls, right? People start to get agitated because they're outgrowing this audience. Oh, you're doing too much shopping now. Oh, you're doing too much of this. Oh, you're getting too many followers. Oh, you're getting too many likes. Oh, so now you're doing it for attention. Now they disagree with everything you say in your content. Now they want to nitpick at things that they don't like about you because in their mind, they liked you better as a smaller creator. And the minute you started getting bigger than what they thought you should be, and this can go for your family and friends too, the minute you get bigger than what they thought you should be, they will start to troll. They will start to have opinions about you. They'll start to talk about your channel. They'll start to leave comments. They'll start to do whatever they can do to feel more comfortable with the fact that you have just been growing because you've been consistent, because you actually have a voice that carries, because you actually have impact, because you actually have influence beyond what they thought about you, beyond their opinion of you. That just comes with content creation. And also you'll have strangers too that choose to get on your page, disagree with what you say, make negative comments when they can just simply remove themselves if they don't like what you post. But people don't do that. So a lot of times you'll have to figure out when to block people, when to remove people, and when to just simply ignore them, right? I'm not telling you to block everybody who disagrees with your content or makes a comment that you don't like, but I am telling you that you have to know the cost and you have to protect your peace at all cost. Do with that what you will. And the final tip for becoming a quality content creator this year is being intentional. You need to be intentional if you are going to be a content creator. You have to be intentional about your delivery. You have to be intentional about your consistency. You have to be intentional about your messages. You have to be intentional about the quality of your videos, the quality of what you have to say. I would definitely say don't just be out here throwing paint on the wall and seeing what sticks, because everything you post, everything you say, everything you do, that represents you as a person. So you want to be intentional. If that means making a content schedule that keeps you on track to know what you're going to talk about, what you're going to post about, I advise you to do that. For me, I'm a very structured individual. When I made the commitment this year to post on YouTube once a week, I created a chart. I created a chart with the week, the topic, and what I was going to be talking about, because I just don't want to be talking about things just to be blowing smoke out of my mouth and my breath, okay? I'm very intentional about the things I speak on. I'm very intentional about the impact that I make. I'm very intentional about my personal brand, okay? I'm not necessarily saying I'm not even trying to say, oh, I'm this big influencer. It has nothing to do with the size of my following. When I say I'm intentional about my personal brand, I'm just intentional about how I represent myself. So I don't just create videos just to be, okay, I'm feeling this way today, let me make a video about it. Or I'm feeling this way, this person did this to me, let me make a video about it. No, every video that you see on this channel is like pre-planned. These are topics that I've sat with. These are topics that I feel led to talk about. These are topics that I'm passionate about. These are topics that I believe will make an impact for others. Okay. So it's never personal. It's always purposeful. So those are the tips that I have on 7 ways of becoming a quality content creator this year. I truly believe that if you have a passion, if you feel like you have a gift, a talent, or you have anything to contribute to the world online, I would encourage you to do it. Okay. Pull out that phone, pull out that camera, get that mic. If you don't have a mic, it's okay. I spoke for years online without a mic. My husband was the one who told me I should get a mic because he said people love great sound quality. And he's right. He's a musician and he's a sound man. So he knows a little something. And since I've had these mics, I ain't gonna lie, I'm feeling a little good about that, feeling like my voice kind of has a little bit more prominence. But here's the thing. Before I had the mic, when I was speaking regularly, I felt just as confident because I know that my voice and my purpose carry weight. So it doesn't matter if you have equipment, a mic, a phone, a camera, a light, all those things. Use what you have, and what you have, do it with excellence. Do it with confidence, and you will find the right people who want to be a part of your tribe. So that's what I have for this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know the parts of this video that spoke to you. And if you really enjoyed it, I encourage you to like it and also subscribe to join this growing community. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to be great on purpose.